What I think will happen is that we will see a bottom somewhere next couple of months.
Investment advisor and Bitcoin strategist PlanB talks about his prediction for Bitcoin in 2023. With the crash in the crypto market, his iconic stock-to-flow methodology, as well as the market cap peak for 2023, are among the Bitcoin analysts' current estimates for next year. Despite the fact that Bitcoin lost about half of its value during the meltdown that followed the November peak, many investors are waiting for signals in the market to take part in the next bull run. PlanB predicts the next halving will have a larger impact, as the last bull market was derailed by economic and international conflict. Let's check out this interview with PlanB as he gives us his prediction on Bitcoin, as well as the stock and crypto markets leading into 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content we do here on this channel. Let's get right into the video.
Of course, I did not expect it. I did not expect to get that the all-time high of 20,000 last cycle would be breached. And it certainly implies or makes one think about diminishing returns, which is very well possible. However, yeah, generally I'm not so much focused on the all-time highs and the bottoms, to be honest. I see that as either liquidation events that could go really deep, or FOMO tops like 2013. That was crazy. that jump in I guess it was from 100 to 1,000, 10x in a couple of months. I'm more focused on the average, and view the tops and the all-time and the lows as an outlier. But yeah, it could be diminishing returns as well. It certainly would make sense as well, because I mean, the price goes up, but the amount of capital that goes with it on exchanges and that's invested in Bitcoin, it gets really huge, and it's really different if the market cap of Bitcoin is $1 million or 10 million or even 100 million in the early years, versus 100 billion or even $1 trillion last couple of years. So yeah, there is a limited amount of money, and it will not go exponential forever. So there must be natural form of diminishing returns. Yeah, first of all, I think that the Fed will pivot at a certain moment. They will continue debasing the money and doing quantitative easing or some other form of printing, quote unquote, because they're creating it and not printing it. Of course, it's digital, but they will go on. And this has been going on since the Romans, actually. They debased their currencies, and later on, every ruler, every government has debased their currency. So it's not like 2022 will be the year after thousands of years of debasement that the governments will stop debasing. They will go on. Of course, they will never say that, and they will call it, they'll give it a different name. But right, as soon as the inflation is gone, maybe the war is over, and in fact, we already see prices going down, oil prices and producer prices in Germany go down. So maybe it's over, and I have no doubt that the Fed and the ECB and all the central banks will resume their debasement, and which is exactly why Bitcoin, of course, was made, with this predictable supply. But yeah, your question is, again, a very interesting one, and I would say those are the main scenarios. Either there is external macro environment that goes maybe bad and continues to go south, and drags Bitcoin and everything with it, or there is some internal thing, some internal momentum, and maybe the halving cycle is that thing in Bitcoin that will make it go up.
He says with fear and uncertainty in the market, it's no surprise that the crash we're seeing now and the increased interest rates are leading many investors to panic. This could signal that the holders of Bitcoin are really steering the price, and if the trend holds, Bitcoin could soon see another dip.
Through the on-chain analysis, which, by the way, did not see the crash coming. So I know that it's also a model. It's wrong. It's useful, I think, but it's certainly not a magic a silver bullet. But through the on-chain analysis, we can see that all the people that bought at very high prices above 60,000, those people are gone. Those are the people that sold the most in the last year, in this year, in 2022. So those people were looking at a huge loss, of course, which gives some very negative momentum in the Bitcoin market. That negative pressure, if you will, is gone. And the people that bought the Bitcoins from them, they're looking at a buy price of, 16,000, 20,000, maybe 25,000. We're sort of range trading around 20,000 for the last half year. So that's a very large part of the market bought around 20,000, plus or minus 5,000, and that gives totally different pressures in this small Bitcoin investment system. Those people have the time. Those people are not sitting at huge losses. And I remember that very well because my first Bitcoin I bought in 2015 when we just came out of that bear market. So it had been oscillating around 200, and then all of a sudden it jumped to 300, 400, and that was the moment I knew it's not that, and it will continue. Mm-hmm. I guess everybody is including myself, is waiting for that moment that we see it's not dead and that it still has some life. But once we see that going on, then all those people that bought the last 6 months will be in profit, and Bitcoin will have his own momentum in this maybe deteriorating macro environment. So in the end, of course, macro influences Bitcoin. We've seen that last year, but in the end, I think the internal dynamics of Bitcoin with a limited supply, which is the only asset with a limited supply like that. Of course, gold has limited supply as well, but Bitcoin is beyond gold in scarcity terms. I think that has a dynamic of its own, and it will be very interesting to see that playing out next 1, 2, or 3 years. What I think will happen is that we will see a bottom somewhere next couple of months, and the bear market of 2018 and 19 was about 6 months. We're obviously in 6 months now. Maybe this will take longer. Maybe this will be like 2015, where it took like 9 months, I guess. So that would mean like 3, maybe 4 months of sideways, with some up and down, but mainly sideways. And then I guess the force of the halving and the force of all the people that have sold with a loss, and the new buyers that have bought at a very attractive price, that dynamic and the halving on the radar, that will come into play, and so I could see a steady rise and a start of the bull market no later than, let's say, the end of Q1 2023, and then going up towards all those lines, whether it be the stock flow model or the logistic regression or some of the other lines. But yeah, that will be it.
PlanB said that he hopes that we don't have a bigger crash than the one we had after the all-time highs, but the models are showing a downward trend that we haven't yet seen. What do you think about PlanB's prediction for Bitcoin, as well as the stock and crypto markets leading into 2023? Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Library of Wealth. We'll see you in the next video.